I interviewed Sadia Khan.
Oh, snap.
That's right. If you guys don't know who she is, she's a self-proclaimed licensed psychologist who offers people counseling and relationship advice and therapy. She was recently outed, turning out to be a side chick to some rich dude in Dubai, which she vehemently denies. I had the chance to interview her, and what you need to know is that she's a pathological liar.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the channel. So I did a video about Sadia Khan, the so-called coach. Is it a psychologist? Whatever the case may be, she's big in the space, and she's one of those who overuse the high-value woman, and she was doing courses. Men were paying her up to $8,000 to teach them how to get high-value women because she claimed she was a high-value woman, but as we saw, she's not. So I'm going to put the link to the video I did at the top here on the right. So you can, if you really want to follow through, you can watch that first before you come and watch this. But Abba and Preach interviewed her. And well, there's a lot that has happened since they did this interview. Then later, she seemed to have gotten litigious. She wanted to sue them. I don't know what the case is exactly. So we are going to watch a bit of what they talked about with Abba of Abba and Preach. And then we're going to scoot over to her new claims.
I interviewed Sadia Khan.
Oh, snap.
That's right. If you guys don't know who she is, she's a self-proclaimed licensed psychologist who offers people counseling and relationship advice and therapy. She was recently outed, turning out to be a side chick to some rich dude in Dubai, which she vehemently denies. I had the chance to interview her, and what you need to know is that she's a pathological liar. I already knew that.
We already have the videos, you've had her speak, but she just says, no, you see, deny is the new defense. Anyway, it's not just women. So a lot of people are corrupt and who are dishonest. Deny is the first line of defense.
This lady was a fraud from my deep research. Here are the facts. Fact number one. Is she a psychologist? Absolutely not. She's not licensed anywhere, has not been. Fact number two, she lies about her education. I went to her LinkedIn, she's got things noted, she's mentioned them to me personally. But after I did some digging, I found out that this girl has a bunch of Photoshop degrees that she just carries around and posts places online. Fact number
And the worst thing about this is she's not the only one. I've seen a lot of females who are trying to get into the space who have a lot of these accreditations that can be followed through. And I think a lot of people, because they just want the content, they don't really follow through with them. And there have been a few. I think I'll find and react to some of those incidences because they just tend to come with, oh, I am an expert at this, and they keep on spewing nonsense. So you wonder what expertise? Because these days, even people have degrees. The degrees are usually pretty shit. They're not really that important or that educational. Do they make any of those people more informed or better at executing? It doesn't seem to be the case.
Number three, she claims that a lot of this stuff was doctored in regards to her being a side chick, the screenshots of the text messages.
There's a screenshot's completely fake.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck your dick if you have an attitude.
What I can tell you is that I happen to have access to some screenshots that are not public. And when I showed her, she looked a little distraught.
So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. And who's that from?
And when I showed her, she looked a little distraught. She looked a little scared. And I said, you have nothing to be scared about. I appreciate your sucking skills. And
do you know what the easiest way to get out of such situations is? Just say the truth. You'll take a hit because you'll take a hit anyway. But people are a lot more forgiving to people who actually accept, okay, I made a mistake, yes, and asking for your forgiveness and I'll do better. People are very, very forgiving, as I find, especially if they like you. Especially if you have half decent good looks as a woman, you might get actually away with it. Especially if you look a bit remorseful. But no, deny.
these text messages are great.
You did not say that.
I sure did. Now, fact number four, Despite claiming to be a psychologist, she does go and harass people and flames them in the most disgusting way. The way I set up this interview is first, I just get her to lay out her facts. I didn't accuse her of nothing. I didn't say anything. I'm like, a lot of people say some of these degrees are fake. Tell me. I know some of her facts are not true, but I wanted her to be able to say it so that if I confront them afterwards, I'd be like, well, this is what you just said 5 minutes ago. Can you explain this?
Thank you for taking it.
And that's what I was telling you in the last video. A lot of the times, if you're asking, say, a woman what her body count is, it's not that she's going to tell you the truth, but you have a baseline of where our abilities to lie or manipulate are. So this is kind of the same case in different things where, accountability and kryptonite allegory.
Time to speak. I can't actually say anything because unfortunately in Dubai, they're so strict with everything. If you say anything, just I'm going to send you the PowerPoint so you can understand again.
PowerPoint?
And because it's like not properly. But so just if allegation by allegation, just so you.
So the voice message is what is like? Is it fake? It's not you. It's AI generated. I don't know.
So now we move on to the cheater infidelity allegations. The one where she's a side piece.
Who else has a side chick on this level? Gives them no stress. Told you I'm such a side chick.
No way. No way.
What are you going to do about it? I'll suck your dick if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go
And
on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll.
This audio is 20 minutes long, and most people have just heard about 3 minutes of it. So what else is in that audio? I think she should have taken the first chance to come out and say, hey, guys, I'm sorry. I've been trying to get online, this and that and whatnot. And you see, because you've done this for so long, you can be able to change your messaging, give people more correct information, and simply grind out this part where people know you to be a fraud. And there are a lot of frauds that have come out and have said, okay, I was a fraud, but here we are. Because she's not going to run away from this in as much as she's trying to.
Days after. I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
And then I ask her specifically about the voice message where she talks about sucking dick very aggressively.
Screenshots and everything, we've actually traced it from Dubai police. They were able to give us the names. I worked with a particular person in 2021. I was in a relationship, but he was really, really into me. He used to always call me, always be like this. He was in a relationship as well. He was like a bit obsessed with me or whatever, but he was.
So she was in a relationship with a man who had a relationship. So like she doesn't even realize that she's outing herself. But she tried to speak it in a flippant way because she didn't want you to concentrate on that. And that's actually the important point. High value woman knows a side chick. I guess a lot of women are willing to be side chicks to very successful men. We all know this, so I don't know why she's pretending that's the case. She could even come out and say, hey, look, for me, I like rich people. It doesn't matter which form or shape they come from our situation. And she'll get her army of gold-digging women to follow her, and she'll make a living out of it. I'm not saying she should. I'm just saying, a lot of these people don't have the brains that they claim to have, or even the emotional stability to carry through like logical steps once you're caught cheating or lying or being a con artist.
In one relationship, he's in like 5-6 different girls. He's a player like in Dubai, successful, those kind of people. And one.
So she's part of a roster. She was part of a roster. High value woman, part of a roster. Oh, give me a break.
Girl called me and she was just like, oh, by the way, are you talking to this person? And I was just like, what are you talking about? No, I do not talk to him. And who are you to call me and ask him? Like, talk the whole. No, I don't have a memory of this conversation. I only did it when I started digging.
Yeah, but she talked about like she knows her, talking about on the wedding day I can give him the BJ and all that. Like it's already out here. Like the gaslighting is actually impressive. It is true, really. The accountability and crypto, it is true. They cannot be accountable to anything. And that's why I don't leave any decision making over there.
She doesn't have a memory of this conversation.
But let me tell you more about it.
And mind you, this happened in 2021.
And I said, I don't touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his dick on your wedding day. If I wanted to, I could have your man. He's called me when he's in social situations saying, oh, you're so boring without you, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. So I was saying, if I wanted to, I could do all of this. And
But so just to be clear, in 2021, you didn't have a relationship with this person. You guys weren't.
Never had a relationship with this person.
Now, I had screenshots, but I needed to tie it to her. The screenshots I had a specific phone number on them. We didn't know who that phone number belonged to. The person who sent them in saying, oh, she was my fiance, she claims it belonged to Sadia, but we didn't have proof. So watch this next part.
Also, just to confirm, I was given like 2 different numbers. I have one here. I don't know which one might be yours or maybe like the assistant. That says 9749. Is that wrong?
3719?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Do you see the way she said the last digits? Why is that important? That means she has the number in front of her. I didn't say the last numbers. She finished. How would you know that number?
How would you know?
That's a number you use often. She didn't just say one number. She said 3, 4 different last numbers.
Yeah.
That means she fucks with that number a lot. That's the fucking number that was sending all them texts claiming to be Sadia. So you wasn't a side chick? Huh? You just DMing this nigga pictures of yourself? But the con doesn't end.
But secondly, I was in a relationship. I was not with in his side chick.
I'm gonna show y'all these nasty, raunchy screenshots that might turn you on, but also make you disgusted. The best kind of erection. I'm gonna show y'all these screenshots.
This is actually pretty good drama. This is why I love the information age, where when people lie, we are able to dissect every single thing that they've put out here, especially if you're online, because most of us are online. Whatever we put out here, that's why I always prefer just say the truth, even if it disgusts people don't like you. Because you don't have to really give excuses for it. When it come back to you, you're like, yeah, that's what I believe. That is what it means really to be a man, if you're going to be honest with it, is sticking to your guns. Especially, of course, you have to have the flexibility of being wrong. But if you say something, or you do something, you don't stop, doing the rounds, talking about, oh, maybe or maybe not, I didn't. Like, you just saying, okay, I did it. Yeah, I don't really think of that. They say, oh, yes, I believe that even today. Just sticking to your guns that way, being principled. That's what it means.
Y'all can see how your favorite dating coach really be out here in these streets.
God damn.
But yeah, we can have sex on Saturday.
Shut up, man.
Have fun. See you soon, gorgeous. You owe me dick, by the way.
Coming to give it to you. Wait there.
I'm waiting. But let's aim for not going back, though.
You never left.
No.
I do have quite a bit of texts with this kind of women also. They kind of speak the same language because the only thing they're offering you is raunchy sex. So it is what it is. But this is the normal language. Like, if any of you has had women who would want to just sleep with you for the sake of it, or for your money, or for your looks, or whatever it is, this is the talk. It's not really original. She's actually a very uncreative side chick.
Babe, you never left.
Nah, I'm getting you pregnant.
Might as well.
Not looking after it, though.
What could go wrong except everything?
So one of the ways she denied being in this relationship is like, she's like, oh, well, I got married in 2022. I have my marriage certificate. My husband, he was never fiancé, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes on to say, we froze our embryos in our sperm in 2022, And I'm like, well, all this happened in 2021. So what does that have to do with this? And maybe the guy's not your husband. Maybe it was the guy before him. I don't know. Or maybe you cheat on your husband. I don't know.
It's just throwing shit.
She's throwing random shit.
She's she's
One of the tactics with that is just throw a lot of stuff out there, a lot of innuendos, so that it confuses people. That's why it's important to listen to people when they speak. Don't make assumptions. Just let them speak. They'll often give you all the information you need to understand who they are.
Robin Thicke. Blurred line.
Oh, that's good. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. That was good. That's good. I want to give you.
So these screenshots are not everywhere, from my understanding. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's going on there. And who is that from?
This was like, I guess, a screenshot from a video. So whoever sent this, I guess she was taking screenshots of sorts or taking pictures while she was like scrolling through.
Right. Okay. So it's got my teen's number on there. Because that's the number that you get when you
She says it's her team's number. So this number is not her. It's her team. The team that nobody knows.
She's a pathological liar. Pathological liar. But I find this with a lot of the street workers, the three of us, that's part of the trade. They have to lie consistently. Their entire life has to revolve around lies, because what they are doing is not respectable by the people they want, the men they want. So it is constantly lying, constantly trying to hide things. That's what is going on here.
Nobody's ever seen them. It just sounds like it's her texting.
Okay, so it's got my team's number on there. Because that's the number that you get when you...
She was fucked, bro. Oh, all my lies are useless now.
Play that shit again.
I made sure too. I did this at the end because this is where the energy and the whole thing changed.
Shift.
Because she's telling people behind the scenes that she never texted this man, that these are all AI. But these pictures here prove that it's not AI.
It's not AI.
So this is like a Teams thing. So your team texts people from this number?
And I've got my group WhatsApp, and they put all my WhatsApp people that join my 3M and the people that join that. Because that number is available, like if you join the WhatsApp, anyone can have that number. That number is available.
What do you mean it's available? I don't know. What does that mean?
Well, as soon as you join the free calls or you sign up to be in a 3M program, they put you into a WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group has that number.
So what? Anybody in that WhatsApp group can text someone else?
Anybody in that WhatsApp group can have that number.
What?
No
So if you
sense
text
at
that,
all.
what?
Every person that joined the 3M
So when you
program,
text,
the
it's your
8K
number.
program, every single person
In
in
the
that
group.
joined a WhatsApp groups, different WhatsApp groups for which tier you're on. And because it's managed by that, they will be able to, trace, they will be able to get that number. But then it just doesn't look good on me because it's still linked to my team. And,
She said depending on what team you're on.
Yes, because in her head, we're talking about the team, talking about what we're doing.
Does she think we don't know how WhatsApp groups work? Or like everybody's number right there?
No.
I disagree. I think having researched how WhatsApp groups functions,
No.
I do that and long feeling shrimp. Trying to fare better. Tomate fala ho. And fortuna down.
Oh, sipetao, tipetao. Sadate.
Sip it down. Missy Elliott in the building. This is her claim that everyone in the WhatsApp group gets access to this free number. And as a result, it's like,
No.
okay, maybe that's true. What does WhatsApp have to do with iMessaging?
you probably won't go through, or you'll probably
Oh my goodness. I hadn't even noticed that. Yes, I must. Oh my goodness.
will go through, but like my phone's right here. If you were to message that number now, it won't ring or anything, but it's still, who knows what will go on from there.
What?
So,
She can't spin the lies anymore. It's just now imploding. She's trying to look for a way out. There's nothing. Because she's already committed to the baseline. You know what I was talking about? She's already committed to lies. So, yeah.
What?
I know. Like, this is her. This is like all from the same number. Now, her next claim, when she comes back 5 minutes later and she returns to this topic, is that I didn't even look like that in 2021.
So this is in I'm just going to get the dates up. I'm sorry, like, I'm just have to get the dates. And that's May 22. So in 2021, these are terrible pictures, but, you get the idea that they're kind of different.
Those filtered pictures? No, she did not.
So she's trying to claim it's not her.
She did
But I'm
not.
like, lady, we already have you using body waste filters. It looks like when you sent those pictures
Yeah.
you use filters, and you've admitted to using filters.
They're kind of different to...
The images? I mean, listen, people, even with that, I'm sure some people will probably still look at this and go, but maybe they're filters, whatever it is.
Hold on. Okay. You didn't look like that. So your team, on your behalf, from your number, is sending pictures that are not you. Fire your team.
You see, it is all nonsense. So we are going to skip through to what happened after that phone call that interview she had with Abba of Abba and Preach. This is what is going on because now her lawyers sent a letter to these two gentlemen.
Sadia Khan, homegirl.
I will, by the way, link all these videos in the description so you can go watch and give them also views, because I'm not watching the entire videos. Most of this is just to give a good context, then we can have the commentary.
Responded after the little expose that we did where we kind of exposed her for being a fraudulent health professional.
Is there a way that we can avoid talking about the screenshots altogether? Because that's the number that you get when you...
She threatened to sue us. But not only that, Sadia's got on Instagram and finally responded after all the backlash. She went radio silent. She shut down her socials. She shut down her WhatsApp groups, claiming to have degrees which were photoshopped and faked. She's decided to come out and make a statement. Sadia decided to send...
By the way, trust me, there are so many fake degrees out here, especially of the online kind. But even on the physical, going to college type, there are so many fake ones. Especially like in all these social so-called sciences, the social studies and all that.
Us a threatening lawyer, okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh. She wanted to sue me all the way from Dubai, so she hired an American law firm. They sent me this letter. I'm going to read it for you guys word by word, okay? So this comes from K. Gross, LGK Lawyers, all right? September 2nd, 2025. It says, to John D. Defamation and slander per se complaint by Sadia Khan against John. Now, some of you might be confused because you're like, yo, Abba, is your real name John? No. They got the wrong name on this lawsuit. Just like Sadia's Khan, it's poorly done. So we're going to see that consistent thread here. Please take notice. We've been made aware of certain defamatory statements about our client, Sadia Khan, published by you on social media. We intend to prosecute claims against you personally for defamation.
Defamation only works if something is not true. And I mean, this is just the normal attempts to try and quiet the entire thing down. But as in a lot of these con artists, they don't understand that the more they try to do it this way, this tries and effect takes over and it becomes even more notorious to people, and they share it more and talk about it more. Look at me, I'm talking about it now, and I should have just left that last week.
Slander per se and other tortuous conduct. As such, we make demand upon you now in advance of the litigation to cease and desist and refrain from A, posting, publishing, or distributing on social media by podcast, review, board, posts, or otherwise on the internet or in print by television or radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan, any of her family members, and or any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan. Again, any of her family members, contracts, agents, employees, contractors, and further, we demand that C, remove any post, publication, social media, by podcast, review, board posts, or otherwise on the internet, in print, or radio, broadcast, or cable, any statement that identifies directly or indirectly Sadia Khan,
What the fuck was that?
any of her family members, and her businesses, blah, blah, blah. This letter does not serve to waive any rights against you, nor does it reserve for you any expectation that we intend to communicate with you further prior to filing and serving proceedings against you. Conduct yourself accordingly. Sincerely, Kent
Sadia Khan.
Gross.
My bad.
Apparently, this is like some kind of mill-like law firm where you pay a bit of money and they just send out letters on your behalf. That's why this is poorly done. Didn't have my name. It didn't include any of the defamatory statements. It didn't specify anything. The reason being is that this is a sham. This is nonsense. And you know what? If you want to sue me, Sadia,
Yeah, I think she probably, because there are a lot of scumbag lawyers, obviously. To get one to write you one of these cease and desist documents is not difficult. In fact, you can use AI to do that yourself. You know, and looking at what we've heard from her, I do not put it past her to actually have done this herself, or whoever does the Photoshop on her so-called degrees.
I welcome it. I beg you, fucking do it. Because then we're going to have something called discovery. And I'm going to need to see that fucking degree.
The problem is that they're going to have to go after you, and they're going to have to see the veracity of what you're doing.
Baby.
You see, if you try to do that and we go there,
Yes.
we go to the extent of what you want to do, which is suing us, what's going to happen is that you're going to be under what we call scrutiny. They're going to ask you and demand you for the same thing that we are asking you for that you're not able to provide. And then they're not us, but they're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do so.
Let me just say this. The ultimate defense against defamation is truth. Meaning if the statements that you said are true, it can't be defamatory. My girl, my favorite porta potty. We are not in Dubai. We have laws here that allow us to make statements publicly.
provided that they are true. And if they're not, then you have to still prove that it defamed you. Good luck.
Now, I'm going to also post this video down below in the description. Yes, so that's what is going on with one of your favorite female red pill man supporting con artists. She never really passed the smell test with me. And there's always that kind of excessive pandering to men that always gives it away. There's some that do it because really they've been kind of red pilled to against women because they've seen how much destruction they've caused out here in the world. No matter the case, I think that we all have to be very careful with the information we consume. And I'm not one of those people who tell you not to listen to people like or not. I would like you to listen with a discerning ear. That whatever everybody is telling you, it doesn't matter whether you like them personally or what, or you find them attractive or you admire them, you always have to take the responsibility to comb through the ideas you're receiving to make sure that they work for you and that they'll give you the results you need. And that's really the whole point of such a video. I know it's a bit long, but I think it will be helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video because I think it's a video worth liking. And also leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think about this particular lady. And until next time, peace.